What's up, YouTube? Happy Monday. CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football. And sorry I've been away, guys. As I mentioned last week, my son had surgery last week. He had his tonsils and adenoids removed, so he is doing much better now. So I am going to be back to making videos this week. So I'm going to do a little bit of catch up, but we're going to start with kind of the news and our daily grind guide, and then just talk a little bit about kind of the status of the game, what's going on right now. So we have the new Veterans program, which has been added to the Quad Hub, which I missed talking about last week when we had flashback players. But essentially, we've got two new Veterans players that are going to be released every Monday. This week, we have Terrell Suggs and Marshawn Lynch. And honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed here, mainly because the experience boost, and I guess, for new players coming in, it can be good. But if you've been playing from day one, you're already pretty far down the experience tree just from grinding. And just a small experience boost is kind of minimal, especially since there's only 50 levels in the game and you really can't go beyond that. Then just EA talking about the game update where with the newest update, which includes the play spamming fix that we talked about, the social hub and whatnot, and then the balance update. So on to our daily grind guide, guys. So today, as always, you want to make sure, do your league versus league, do your league survival, donate your 100 league crowns, make sure your whole league does the same. That's it kind of on the league front. On the overdrive front, if you can stomach it, every 4 hours, get your 3,000 points. You can still play spam in unranked matches, if I'm not mistaken. So that should make it pretty easy to just get your 3,000 points if you're not really looking to grind on the leaderboard to get one of the players there. Unranked is a great way to get nice, easy points, and it does seem a little bit less scripted. So on to the actual events that are worth doing today. In the Quad Hub, guys, Monday is going to be Veterans Day. Not Veterans Day, but the day of the Veterans program. So make sure, do your main event. From here, you'll basically be able to choose which of the 4 programs. You'll get some tokens from each of them, and you'll get to choose. And then there's really just these 3 live events. They're really super easy. I already did them. I think I got like 766 from the Veterans program there. Not really a huge program, but you know what? It's something else to do. And then, of course, if you haven't done your Team of the Week or Legends, go ahead and do that. Season Battle, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I am not a fan. It takes way too much time to grind for minimal rewards. You can go in and do your 24/7 items here. And then, of course, your 3 things at the bottom, the player, the training day, and the aces for the daily Blitz event. None of those is really all that appealing to warrant spending Blitz tokens on. Although I'm going to admit, I'm getting close to the Blitz token cap, which is, I believe, 20,000. So I'm going to have to start grinding something. But nothing has really piqued my interest as far as what to spend those Blitz tokens on. Maybe I'm saving them for Most Feared. Hopefully when Most Feared comes, we will get something that is worth kind of grinding there, and I'll have a bunch lined up to do that. So in the store, looking at kind of what's in the pack, I'm not a huge fan. I mean, looking at this pack, the Veterans pack for today only, 4 gold or better players, 25 veteran badges, and 25 film reels for $10. Yeah, just no, not gonna buy that for $10. Do make sure, claim your daily pack. Definitely buy your 75 aces, or spend your 75 aces to get the one of your choice there. That's kind of all that's there. And then looking here, the flashback promo, let me talk a little bit about it, since I didn't talk about it last week. Honestly, I think this is a pretty weak program to start, and it was a little misleading. There's been a bunch of hate on Mutthead about these players, because when they first came out, it just said +1 speed and +2 awareness, which when you look at those previously, in previous years of Madden Mobile, when you saw something like that that said plus stat, and it didn't list something after that, like to Legends or to something like that, it was a global boost. So when this first came out, I think everybody was like, whoa, a +1 speed player right away, gotta get it. And it was like an $80 pack that would guarantee it. And the reality was, and this, when I was reading it on Mudhead, I was just shaking my head a little bit, where they originally said, get this, that it was a boost to that player only. I'm going to say that again. A boost to that player only. Why would you not just give that player 1 more speed or 2 more awareness? That's not a boost if you only boost yourself. That's ridiculous. So I guess after much hate there, they changed it back, and now when you read the back, it will boost flashback players. I will say I feel bad for the people who spent $80 thinking that they were going to get a speed boost for their squad. And I don't mean to laugh about it, because that sucks for sure if you spent all of that Madden cash and got a speed boost that doesn't work. And I think that was pretty shady. Specifically saying that it was, when they first came out and said it was supposed to boost that player only. Come on, that's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous, completely ridiculous. So at least it's a little bit better that it boosts flashback players, but it's still pretty weak and definitely not worth the $80. Let's start. What else did we get over the weekend? Since I'm kind of catching up, I don't remember if we talked about team of the week, but that Ezekiel Elliott, if you're Smash Mouth, not too bad. That Geno Atkins is also a decent one. He's a little bit slow, but overall not a bad player. And the Jared Goff, if you're vertical, why not? Not a bad card. Looking at the bonuses there, and then on the Legends front, we got a new Bryant Young. And then we also got Terrell Davis, halfback. That's the last one, because the last one I remember talking about was Steve Hutchinson. And we are still waiting for the first Legend Master to come through. That's kind of what's going on the Daily Grind Guide. Not a ton of stuff going on. But when I think about kind of the game right now, it's definitely feeling a little bit better in overdrive mode. I think getting rid of play spamming has definitely fixed that. But honestly, guys, League versus League is so boring right now that, I have it planned on my channel, like 2 days of League versus League, like the full League versus League match on Tuesday, and then, kind of a League update. And guys, League versus League is just so boring right now. It's basically just run fest. If you're looking to maximize score, you can only use West Coast. So let's talk about a few things that I think could help League versus League. One, I would like to see 2-point play parity. So at least for the 2-point conversion play, give all schemes the same options. That way there's not one dominant scheme in League versus League. Currently, it's West Coast simply because of strong toss. Strong toss flipped is so much higher percentage of converting than any other play in any scheme that it is the only scheme worth using. Now, if all schemes had the exact same 2-point plays, whatever the best 2-point play is, you would have it. You would not be forced to use West Coast. I think that is one thing that definitely has to happen, and has to happen soon. Otherwise, it's just going to be West Coast for League versus League, and I can't imagine that that's what the game developers intended, where one scheme was so dominant that it was hindering your team to use anything else. Pretty crappy. So, one, give all schemes the same 2-point conversion plays. Next, you gotta do something about the difficulty. I don't know if it's just that running is so overpowered right now with cutbacks and just controlling the analog stick, and if higher defenses are going to change that. But right now, League versus League difficulty is a joke. I mean, I'm in a league where I can see, 80 players playing League versus League every day, and maybe 1 or 2 drop drives, if that. Otherwise, everybody is going almost perfect, tons of 24s, and it shouldn't be that way. It makes League versus League boring, and in a top match, it's really going to come down to just who gets unlucky on 2-point conversion plays, and that's pretty crappy. So things that I've said it before, one thing that would be cool would be let your coach, whatever their bonus effects are, let those impact League versus League. So all of these stat boosts, apply those to my squad. The increased underneath coverage, give my defense that, so that by choosing this coach, I can choose to increase underneath coverage, which should help a little bit about with the run. But do something to make League versus League engaging. I mean, this is the single most engaging and collaborative mode. It's the only way you can play as a team. And team engagement are what make these massively multiplayer online games fun. So please, LVL should be next. I'm excited about the play spamming fix. I think it was needed. I think it was great. I like the way that it's done, and I like that they can even tweak it. So if 3 plays is too much, maybe they can even turn it down to 2, or if not enough, they can tweak it. I like the fix. Totally okay with the fix. But League versus League, you gotta give it some love at this point, because that is the mode that keeps the hardcore players, which in my opinion are probably the biggest spenders in the game, playing the game, and it's getting super boring. Like every single day, I'm like, okay, I used to love League versus League. My channel was built on League versus League, and now I'm gonna be honest, like most days I don't even record my League versus League drives because it's so boring. Like I'm doing them because I have to, but it's not fun. And that was my most entertaining part of the game. That's what I loved playing Madden Mobile for. So to have League versus League just completely ignored this year, it feels crappy. Like it feels crappy as someone who's such a fan of this game. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's next on the list or soon, because the longer League versus League sucks, the more top players are going to quit. And the top players are guys who I know are spending money. Tons of these guys are whales. I know a lot of them quit already. And I don't want to see this game die. I love the Madden franchise. And, every day that goes on, I see more and more people quitting the game. And, yeah, it's not cool. I think EA really needs to fix that. But anyways, guys, that's kind of my thoughts on the game. I'm going to get back to content. I'm thinking that for this week, I've been a big fan of Coach Nagy, and I think what I'm going to do is steer away from the content schedule that I have for this week since I've been away, and I'm going to go in depth into Matt Nagy's playbook, because he has got some phenomenal plays, both passing plays and running plays. So not only does he have, in my opinion, the best defensive pressures, he's also got one of the best playbooks. So right now, in my opinion, Nagy is hands down the best coach in this game. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of bring some light to that by going through his custom playbook and teaching you guys how to run some of these plays, because there are some phenomenal plays. I mean, Texas is incredible. Halfback search is great. Deep comeback can be great. That alternate version of halfback blast is incredible. Probably one of, if not the best run in the game. And yeah, so maybe we'll go ahead and hop into that. But I'm going to stop it there, guys. Going to spend a little bit of time with my family. Again, my dude is not 100% today. But he's definitely feeling a little bit better so that I can make a video. So I'm going to stop it right there. If you like this video or what I'm trying to do here on the channel, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. What you can count on is strategy content. I do normally post daily, but I am human. I do have a real life. I do this as a hobby. This is not my job. So I do sometimes have to take little breaks for various reasons, but I do care about making content for you guys. So hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see what I drop, when I drop it, and not miss a video, you can either follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I will usually post when my videos go live there, or just go ahead and hit that bell icon, join the notification squad. A lot of times the YouTube is a little temperamental, so I've had people tell me, hey, I've got the bell on, but I still don't get notifications. That's just YouTube, so make sure, check me out on at least one of those social media platforms. Twitter specifically, right when my video goes live, it will automatically have a link to the video. So if you're just looking to get my content, just follow me on Twitter. That's probably the easiest way. But anyways, I love you guys. You are the best ever. I will see you tomorrow. CHF out.